Alright, so welcome to PA Academy. So in this video, I want to explain this the diagram on the screen here. So we are asked to draw it in first angle projection. So this is more like the question 2 to the assignment. So that's for those that are watching it because of the assignment. And if you are just watching it based on trying to understand first angle projection, so we are going to be doing this together. Alright, so once you are doing first angle projection, you have to know where your front view is. Now for this particular question, they didn't actually give us where the front view is, but by default, you can just pick this face here, this front face, as the front view. So what you are going to do is you are going to look at the drawing in such a way that you are just looking at the front itself without, you are going to reposition it such that you are seeing only the front and you are not seeing the side. Now using this box as an example, now if I should position it like this, I'm not positioning just the same way the drawing you are seeing on the screen is. You can see this side, you are seeing this side, and you are seeing the top exactly. But if I want to draw probably the first angle projection or the third angle, I'm going to look at it such that maybe I'm looking at just the front like this. You can see if I'm looking at it like this, I can't see any other side, just the front. If I should reposition it such that I'm looking at it from this position, I'm seeing only this place. I can't see the left, the right, or the under. Exactly. So that's the idea behind first angle, third angle projection. Whatever face you want to pick, you are going to look at it not like this, but you are going to just look at it like you are looking just one side of it without seeing the other part. All right. So if that is clear now, so let's just assume you are looking at just the front of this. Now, once you are looking at this, you are going to be having something like this. So I'm not drawing to scale anyway. So all right. So you'll be having something like this. And now if you look at this part here, you see that there's a shootout here. I don't know what we'll call it. And there will be a line here. So you'll be seeing a line here like this. And this that we're having here is going to be looking something like this. So this is what we are going to be having if you are looking at this drawing from the front view. Exactly. So once you have gotten your front view, the next thing is to project all these lines, something like this. So from all these lines like this, you're going to project it with a thin line. And don't forget, they're all going to be straight. So I hope you can see. So don't let us forget, I only have black pen here. Don't let us forget the main drawing itself. So don't let us forget the main drawing itself. So that's the same thing. We are going to do the as we've done the vertical, we are going to do the horizontal. So you're also going to project it with thin lines. And then here. Alright, so I hope it's better like this. I just had to make it thick. Alright, so if you look closely, you see that the size at the top here, based on the measurement given, this is 15 and down here is 10. So now once you've been able to do this, you've drawn the front view and then you've extend some of those lines. The next thing is from this tip here, you measure 45 degrees, you draw it straight down at an angle of 45 degrees, so you do the same thing here. Exactly. All right. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to draw the plan on this side. Now the plan is when you are looking at it this time around from the top. So let me bring back this box now. So if you look at it like this, so let's just say we've just drawn this side, and now what this side, that means looking at it like this. Now if you're looking at it from the top, what do you see? So that's what you are going to be drawing under it. So if you are looking at it from the top, you are going to be having a drawing that looks like this. And don't forget, whatever you are going to be drawing, all these lines that you have projected outside is what is going to guide you. Exactly. So that's what is going to guide you in drawing every other thing. And if you want to be if you want to be sure that you're not making any mistakes, once you are seeing that there's a particular line that you need to draw and you can see that the lines are not projected from this vertical line, then you need to pay attention to it. Probably you made a mistake somewhere. All right, so let's draw the plan. The plan will look like this. So that means when you are looking at it from the top, what will you see? So it's going to be looking like this. And don't forget, you are going to be doing everything to scale. So if you are looking at it from the top, that means from here to here will be 45. The distance from here, or the length from here to here will be 45. You can see it here. It will be 45. And then the total length from here to here, you can see this is 50. 50 plus 15, that's 65, plus 10, that's 75, and then plus another 5, you can see this 5 here, that will be 80. So because this is a rough sketch, so I'm not following all of that. All right, so I haven't done this. Now if you look at it from the top, you see that this line here, you'll be seeing a line here. So that line, let's trace out that line. That line, this is it here. So you make it with a thick line. So this line will be a thick line. Now, if you also look underneath here, where we are having 10 mm, you will not see it from the top. So lines that you won't see when looking at a particular view, you represent it with dashes. So let me just clean this and just, which you can see with dashes like this. Exactly, that's because you can't see it when you are looking at it from the top, but that line exists. Now, the same thing will happen here. If you look at this place, there will be a line here. You can't see it when looking at it from the top. That line is somewhere here. So if I should draw it on this line, you might not see it. So let me just clean this thin line. So you're going to represent it with short dashes. Okay. Now the next thing is this. Now when you are looking at it from the top, what you are going to be seeing is a straight line. Exactly. So you measure it properly. I think it is the thickness is 9 mm. So you place it at the middle. So if you do your calculation well, that would be, let's see. So we have a total length of 45. You can see that's 45. So if you minus 9, that's 36 divided by 2, that's 18. So what you can just do is, if you measure, you can get the center and then you measure 18 from the top and from the bottom. So that will give you the center. So for this now, you just draw a straight line like this. So with this now, we've been able to draw the plan. This is how the plan is. Now the next thing is, just like we did here, so let me just make the main plan itself. Let me make it, let me increase the thickness so that you don't get confused. All right, so I think it's better like this. Now the next thing you're going to do now is to project all of these lines to hit, once it touches this line that it makes angle 40 to this edge, you take it up. So something like this. So don't forget, they are all going to be parallel lines and they should be thin lines. So then, okay, let me bring this because it should be under here. So that's because I'm not drawing to scale anyway. So this also, if you should project this line, it's going to pass through this place and strike this place. If you project this like this, so once it touches this line that makes angle 45 degrees to this place, you also transfer it up. So if you should do this now, if you want to be sure if your construction is correct, by the time you do this, the total length from here to here, that means from this point to this point, should give you 45. If you also measure it at the top also, it should give you 45. So if you are not getting 45, that means your lines are not parallel enough. Exactly. So what you have done here, we are going to repeat the same thing here. We also extend the lines. So once it touches the 45 degree line, we'll trace it up. So make sure it is at 90 degrees and the lines are parallel. All right, so Now, what we are going to be having here is the side view. Exactly, is the side view. So, like I said when we were drawing this, if all your projections are correct, you don't need to introduce any lines, just plug and play. Now, the next thing you are going to do is now, on this side here, we are going to put the side view looking at this direction. Exactly. If you are looking at it from behind, what will you see? So that's what we are going to be having here. If you are looking at it from this part here, whatever you see is what you are going to be having here. Exactly. So now let's do that. So if you are looking at it from behind, you are going to be having something like this. First, you can see all the edges, which is, all the outside lines. So let me make that. So you're going to be having this. So exactly. Now, if you're also looking at it from the back, you see that there's a kind of, should I call it shootout or an extension here at 10 meter. You can see at 10 mm, 10 mm. You can see, and it's shootout here. So you'll be able to see that line. So this particular line here is what represents that. Okay. So there's, what else are you going to see? Now, if you look here, you can see that there is a cutout too here. So definitely there is also a line, an horizontal line from here, from this end to the other end at the other side. So since we can't see it when you are looking at it from the back, you represent it with short dashes. So this part here is the short dashes. I don't know if you can see it. All right. So that's another thing that we can see from the back. Then also, if you look at this line here, this line is from this edge to this other edge. Now, if you are looking at it from behind, you won't see it. So what you do there is you also represent it with short dashes, and this is the projection that represent that part. So with short dashes. So just like what I said earlier, if all your projections are correct, whenever you are drawing the side view, you don't really need to introduce any new lines. So it's the projections that you have done that you are going to use to complete it. All right. So that's another hidden details. Don't forget what short dashes means in engineering or technical drawing. They are used to indicate hidden details. All right. So there's another hidden details we also need to show. Now, if you look at this this triangular like shape that we are having, if you're also looking at it from behind, you won't see it. Exactly. And what you just see if you are to look at it from behind is just the vertical lines. So this is the part that represents it, and we're also going to represent it with short dashes. This is not going to go straight down because it stops here, and this is it. This is the line where it's going to stop. So this right here is our side view. So let me just write, this is our front view, or we call the front elevation. This is the plan, and this is also the side view. All right, so now we've done the side view when looking at it from behind, that's from the back, like this. Exactly. All right, so now let's look at, if you are looking at it from this direction, what are you going to see? So first you are going to see all the outline. So let me just draw that first. So you're going to see the outline. All right, so the next thing you're going to see is, you're going to see this triangular like shape. You're going to see, but this time it's going to be looking vertical. Exactly, it's going to be looking vertical. Let me bring out this thing again. Now, using this box as an example now, or how should I position it so that you can understand? All right, using this box as an example, you see, if you are looking at it in this position, this line, this white part here at this top here, you can see that it's not looking totally horizontal. Exactly, it's not looking totally horizontal. It's looking bent, right? But if I should look at it like this, what do you have? You have an horizontal line. It's showing you that it's horizontal. So if you understand that, you are good. So this, if you are looking at it from the front, this line, it will be straight, it will be vertical. So the projection that represents that line, if you also look at it from here, you see that this is it here too. This part here. So this would be, so this is it here. So it didn't go straight down, it stops here. Now if you also look at it from the front, you have this line, which is this. You can see it, it will be visible, you can see it clearly, you make it bold. Also, if you look at this this part that is cut out, this point here, this edge, there will be a line there which is behind this face here. You can't see it. So this is the part that represent that. You represent it with short dashes. Okay, so what else is there? All right, then there's also one more thing. Now, if you're also looking at it from this direction, you see this behind it. If you're looking at it behind, just like we have here, this particular line, you know, if you're looking at it from the other side, this line is visible. But if you're looking at it from the front now, the line is not visible, but you have to indicate it in your drawing. So you indicate that with short dashes. So this is the line that represents that, this and this. So with this now, first angle projection. So with this now, we've been able to do the first angle projection of this particular isometric drawing. So I hope it's clear. If you have any question, you can leave them in the comment section, and if you can just DM me, let's talk in DM. All right. So I hope you understand the concept. I only have black pen with me, so that's why. But I believe it's clear enough. I try to make the lines bold and what have you. All right. So thank you very much, and I'll see you all in the next assignment. I wish you all the best. And don't forget to subscribe if you're yet to subscribe to the channel PE Academy. And before I go, this line, sorry, this edge here, we didn't extend the line up. So I think that's just it. So that's all. Bye. So there's something I need to emphasize about this drawing. I didn't really talk about it because this is a rough sketch. Is all these things are drawn to scale. The dimension are already given in the drawing. So now let's say, for example, you are drawing this front view. Exactly. You have been given that the length from here. Now you first need to establish the total length. Exactly. And I think I talked about it at the beginning. Then the length of each individual part. That means if you have to follow what you have here, that means from here to here is 15. That means from the distance from here to here will be 15 mm. Exactly. Why the length from here to this point here, you can see we've been given to be what, 50 mm. From here to here, that means from this point here to this point here, we have been given to be 10 mm. From here to here, we have given to be 5 mm. So you have to also pay attention to the dimensions given. If you look at it, then you have to also know the total height of the diagram itself. That is from here to here. And if you look at it, we are already given to be 45. That means the total length from here to here is given to be 45. So if you have to break that down, so you can see that means from here to here is 20, which is from here to here is given to be 20. I hope you get the concept. So pay attention to the dimensions. Exactly. This is just a rough sketch, so that is why I didn't really pay too much attention. But you have to draw everything to scale based on the dimension that you have been given.